Yeah, hello everyone, good morning. Today I'm going to show you how to implement Microsoft Authentication in AgentCore, and also I implemented streaming response in Agent so that it is very live, or you kind of feel live while Agent is responding back to you. So let me show you a sample how it is working. So you can clearly see here it is asking my so here I logged in. After logging in, you can see the agent ARN, which is my AgentCore unique identity. You can see the response as well. Let me ask, I also added the tools like getting the famous places when you provide a location to your agent. So okay, let me provide a location to my agent. Give me famous places near Seattle. Okay, it understand what it wants to what's my intention is. So now it is calling tool, and yeah, it got the response. So you can see the famous places in Seattle and their list as well. Okay, now let me go back how I implemented and what are the mechanisms or what are the rules you have to follow to implement this. First of all, you need to log in your company or your personal Microsoft Azure portal, and you have to go to the app registrations. In app registrations, I created you can create new registration, or here I also have already created this app registration. So here you have to take the tenant ID, client ID, and also you have to set up a few authentication mechanisms to work in your laptop that are, so you have to add a redirect URI. So whenever you are going to log in, your app registration know that which link it has to redirect with the code as well. So here I have been provided access token and ID tokens as well. So coming to client secret, you can create client secret if you want without authentication. If you just want to log in, you can create the client secrets. So API permissions, here you have to provide email, offline, OpenID, profile, all these permissions to your scope or to your app registration. So you need to create a scope. Here I created the access as user scope and provided admin and users permission as well, so that anyone can access your scope. Okay, it is mandatory to create a scope, because unless you create a custom scope, you are not able to get a v2 version access token, which is very important, which is very required. So for your login authentication mechanism, your agent will only accept v2 token only, not the v1 version. So keep in mind. And also always after exposing a API or scope, you have to go to your Microsoft Graph version and make it 2, because you have to force your request token always to v2 version, not v1 or null version, default version. So keep in mind. So here I have 2 scopes, which I always set them as a v2 version. Okay, that's all. That is done. Your app registration is set. You have to copy all these details in your code. For example, you have to copy client ID, client secret, and discover URL. You have to replace your client ID here, and redirect URI, US West, and OpenID, and the scope. You have to replace your client ID. Here you just need, I provided created one scope, access as user, and I just copy paste here, and a region. Here my AWS region is US West 2. Okay, now everything is done. So coming to my agent, this is my agent code. If you see here, here I modified the agent which provides a streaming response back to user. That's why this is. And also I added tools. So I added addition, subtraction, multiplication, and get nearby places tools to see how it's tool calling and everything. It's understanding user intention and as well. This is a sample code, that's why I implemented this. Okay, these are all the requirements you have to install before going to the implementing the agent core and all. Okay, and also I will provide a GitHub link and also readme file to steps to how to run this and how to install in your how to install or implement in your AWS account as well. Okay, this is my container code. Here you can see discover URL, client ID. You have to keep in mind that it is a client ID which is a unique number only, not the APIs / everything. No, you don't need to add all this. Agent core itself will maintain that, and the tenant ID details as well, as I showed in the .env. Okay, and this is Streamlit code. You can test it, or if you want, you can, after the using Streamlit code login, here access token will be generated. You can copy that access token and test it in your, you can copy paste your access token here and test it in your command line itself. Or if you want to test your agent locally, but in local there is no bear token implementation, so you don't need to pass access token and all this. You can just test it in your local itself, just prompting and whether the tool calling is working or not. That's it. Yeah. Okay, the commands are just simple. To run the agent, you have to run python agent.py, and you have to set up your AWS credentials as well, python agent py, and run the python local testing.py in another command line. That's it. And to invoke deploy agent, you have to run python invoke deploy agent, and also to deploy your agent in your AWS account, python container.py. That's it. It will deploy itself on the in the agent. So here my agent name is stands with intra ibound ID. You can see agent runtime. This is the agent that I have created, and right now it's working. So implementing authentication is somewhat different to the here the static response or accessing the agent. You have to pass the access token as well, or bear token as well, while accessing the agent. So which is a custom code. You can copy this code and you can use this code how to access your agent or your personal agent, whatever the deployed agent. You just need to replace your bearer token and your ARN in the your ARN will be automatically created here itself, so you don't need to worry about it. This is the agent ARN, which is unique, and the endpoint is default for now. If you see here, it is default. Yeah, qualifier is default. That's what you have to keep in mind. Yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you. Test it and let me know how it was working and everything. I have provided code in the GitHub, and I will add it in the link so that you can all verify it. Thank you.